Hey babies, we're just lighting our candles, doing this holy sacred shit. Yes. I have more candles. We must light the Trinity. This one's holy. Oh yeah. It's always fun when you're a witch that has her candles. Otherwise, sometimes you feel like a fraud when you run out of your candles. So I don't recommend it. It's not fun. You're like, I'm supposed to be checking in with my intuition, and that can't happen if I don't got some fire in here. So, ooh, it's a little loose. Okay, these are new. So you're supposed to cut these, but I can't be perfect. So maybe I'll just like tap it there so it burns down. And then maybe that's like it shortening. Oh yes, and we're calling in all our guides, ascended masters. Meow. I don't know if that did the thing. All right, kumbaya and shit. Shout out Frank Ocean. Ah, yes. I just feel so. This is really dangerous. These candles are too small for this thing. But this thing was my mother's, so I very much love it. Calling in great spirits to guide us on this beautiful transmission. Cha 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 cha. Opening up the reality inspired portal. See that divine light? They are with us, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Because I got back to what's important. Oh gosh, scary. And then getting flinching is not the idea. I'm gonna put these down before I light my shit on fire. Okay? And they're going down on a very safe, hard surface here. As long as the wind doesn't blow. Okay, candles. And then you want to get them straight, right? Because otherwise, yeah, they're straight. Okay, here we are, reality inspired. I wanted to tap in here because it's a time that we're having, and I just got this fabulous dude, like Kirill, the hair booker. He is a sculptor. I am loving this. It feels like I shed a layer. It feels like liberation. It feels like a new me. It feels like really fun. And I've even just looking at my reflection right now, I'm just like, she's new. She's new here because she's been taking the time to, what do I say? Change your mind. Taking the time to change my mind. I have been on my practice. I've been at my altar. I have been with my deep medicine. I've been with my deep pain. I did some Lucy in the Sky with diamonds, and also had a few grams of psilocybin on Sunday, and I received a lot of beautiful downloads and awarenesses. And again, it's always just like I'm pulling back a little more and pulling back a little more, and I'm receiving the integration is setting in. I think this isn't very happy with me. Just like, actually, do not look lively here, baby. I am so sorry. So we're gonna just let that one go. But we're having these, oh yeah, okay, we'll got you there. Perfect. All right. So having this deep medicine and integrating it, I did a sound bath last night because I felt very melancholic, like no emotion, pretty emotionless, receiving information, and just like a couple people kind of, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Kind of robotic. You're not like the Ash we're usually here playing with. And nobody said that, but that's what I imagine they were thinking. And I would say, you would be right. This is not that Ash. This is an Ash that is deeply embodying and deeply absorbing the practices, the teachings that she has been reading and energetically exploring within her frequency, within her vibrational frequency, and it is up-leveling her, and she has seen a chapter close and end that is really inspiring, something that she always knew was going to happen, and it's really starting to become tangible. So timelines and shifting our perception, being open to more possibilities, like an infinite potential of possibilities. The book Midnight Library brings this in so perfectly, that we have a library of hundreds, thousands, millions, thousands, library full of books. The biggest, most beautiful library of books, all telling a different version of you, a different story of you. And it's that reminder that every morning when you wake up, you land from the astral planes, you are back in bed, you are like, oh shit, another effing day here on Earth. And then you say, oh, but I was just a little bouncing soul, and then I got to come into this body and just love every little bit of this feeling thing, and I got to feel real sad and mad and angry and frustrated and I also got to feel the most pleasure and joy and expansion and got to feel like highest, blissful, most incredible, most transcendent orgasms. And that is why we came here. We wanted this experience. We wanted to feel. We wrote a contract. It's kind of like the deal here. You're going to play a game, and the game is behavioral and what was I going to say? Behavioral and functional, cognitive, our actions, behavioral, and that left me. But we came to have this kind of psychological study on how we perform human behavior and trauma. I was going to say trauma. Trauma is our trauma bonding. We bond with the patterns that we are unconsciously reliving out because we are programmed with a very specific pattern and we don't see what else is available to us because the mundane is such a low vibrational frequency. And then on top of that, the greater collective of shadow wants to keep a shadow over you, wants to keep you the Charlie Brown with the thing, wants to keep you mad at the world, wants to keep you divided, wants to get picky with what's bad, what's wrong, what's not working. I noticed that I went to a grocery store today and the music on the radio is like, I like what you got what there's angry like me and dun 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 dun. I think it's Foster the People. You're angry like me or you're fearful like me, something. I like what you got dun dun dun. Okay, I was like, oh, this is a sad song. You're angry like me? Like, this is just a low vibrational song of basically trauma bonding. And okay, thank you for the awareness. And I've been noticing that more and more when I am in a space and I'm like, why am I feeling, And I'm like, oh, the music, it's subconscious, it's going in there and it's like, you're gonna feel this way. They're also putting shit in our food. We know this. If it is not grown, if it doesn't roam, if it doesn't go bad, you shouldn't be eating it. You want whole food, you want vegetables, you want these vitamins and minerals. That's why we're supplementing, is because our soil's jacked. They just keep spraying pesticides and stuff in it, and that's why we're having a lot of sensitivity to autoimmune disorders and everything. And yes, that's not where we're going today. And what we see is we need to lift our clouds. We need to clean the garbage. We are constantly absorbing garbage, like the shittiest, stinkiest garbage. Like the news and the buzz and the opinions and the violence and the fear and the scarcity and there's not enough and there's I gotta worry about that thing and and everybody's walking around with it like on their face. Like, let's lift it, baby. Lift your cloud is what I'm talking about, okay? We're lifting our cloud, and we're lifting our cloud by understanding that many different available timelines, many different books are available to us. What book are you going to read today? What consciousness do you want to show up as today? What frequency do you want to resonate on today? What world do you want to live in today? I don't watch a lot of TV. I am an actress. I love film and television. I am very conscious of what I'm watching. And if I am watching anything that I feel might be a little conflicting, I start saying Satnam. It's a mantra, Kundalini mantra. I go Satnam, 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 because it keeps me kind of grounded in a place of awareness and of expansion instead of shrinking and small and fear. I came from a lot of fear. I came from a lot of grief. I am very aware now when I am feeling that pull into that and seeing that fear. And the biggest fear that I've had to overcome is this one around scarcity and money and worth, self-worth. And there's a safety is also in there. And there is this deep-seated belief that I have uncovered in hypnosis, that the belief is that there's never enough time and money's always running out. And now if you just pull out from that, what does that feel like? Not enough time and you're always running out of money. It feels fast, it feels anxious, it feels rushed, it feels pressured, it feels sticky, it feels overwhelming, it feels like I want to just shut down because the pressure's so hard. It feels like, why bother trying? You're never going to get ahead. It feels like comfort in a way of the word that I'm looking for is complacent and settling for less. But sometimes you don't know it's less because that is just the water that you're swimming in as a fish. And that analogy comes from the fact that if you say, hey fish, you're swimming in your water, be like, what water? Like it's just completely consumed in it. It's omnipresent. It doesn't know any other. It's omnipresent. So it's always in your environment. And when you start inquiring, asking the questions, get some answers. What's a fire and what is it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? I laugh. I'm half kidding. I'm half serious. I have trauma around not being a good singer, being told it was very not enjoyable to listen to me. And so it is my practice to use my voice more. And if you don't find it nice, then apologize, goodbye. And thank you me for putting my voice out there. And when I am training my voice, actively taking lessons, my singing voice is very, I love it actually. And that is a practice that I would like to do more of. And we're all just learning here, folks. Been doing a lot of emotional healing and I'm really just getting back to my like focus. And that's what we've been in. And that's why there's been like some really great things happening now, is because I'm like focused and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have time for this. It needs to happen now. I don't have this. It's now. It's not this. It's now. And seeing this with abundance, it's always been like, got enough to get by. And then that's it. It's like, oh, that's exactly how much I have, just enough to get by again and again and again and again, because the version of me that is looking at my money is stuck in a past dimension or paradigm or other version of me. And it's a belief that I have been carving out and understanding that it is only because of what my environment was giving me that made me feel that fear and heaviness around it. And so the familiar feeling just keeps playing itself out over and over and over and over and over again. And so now I've gotten to the point where I understand it at a deeper level, that I'm able to uproot it and take my power back from it and reminder. It's always the reminder to hold your center, coming back to center, coming back to home, coming back. Because when I have a lot of reprogramming to do around it, and my tolerance for being in the uncomfortable place has become less and less and less. And so in the energetic response to that is that I'm starting to, I don't feel the tightness in my chest anymore. I don't feel the, oh my God, the panic. I don't feel the freneticness. I see it. I still see it. I still kind of see it. It wants to come up, and then I kind of put myself in a little subliminal state and soften into my heart, and I just remind myself that I am an energetic magnet. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I get to achieve what I perceive, and I need to perceive goodness. I need to perceive greatness. I need to perceive things working out for me. I need to perceive that I have all the money that I need and more. I need to see that I have the relationships and the communication in my life that I want to feel. I want to see it. I want to feel it. I want to hear it. And so you start to tune out the things that you don't want to hear. And so even today, you know, when I feel like my list gets long, a part of me tends to be like, oh, you're tired now. It's that time of the day, 2:30. Now you're tired. And I said, okay, you can lay down and do a hypnosis or a meditation for 20 minutes, or you can do some creative writing. And I opted for the creative writing, and that felt really fun because that energized me then to do some work afterwards, because the creative writing is a part of very much about my work, and it lifts me up and feels good. And then I can take on some of the other tasks that are a little less than exciting to me. And so I've also been practicing reviewing my day. So I woke up this morning and I remember what I did from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and allow that revisiting the day to really soften into my being and really appreciate it and really be grateful for it, because we fly by these things. And that's, again, part of my programming, is that it's like you hurry up, 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 and then you kind of look back and you're like, what did I didn't really enjoy that. Interesting. I didn't get to enjoy that. So I've been seeing that a lot, is where I'm not enjoying the ride. And so I've been asking myself to take pause, and even when like I have that little twinge of like, I'm gonna be late, and then I make it on time. I did it. I made it on time. I thought I wasn't. I thought I was. I was a little scared for a second, but I didn't let myself get scared. I just said, okay, we're gonna trust. And I trusted, and I made it on time. And then someone complimented me for my punctuality the other day. Pretty safe to say that's never happened. No one's ever complimented me on my punctuality, and rightfully so, because I'm always in a hurry. So of course I'm even just like buzzing by right past the appointment time because I'm just going. So that reminder that like slowing down doesn't mean stop. That doesn't mean lose momentum. That doesn't mean turn everything off, you're shut down, you're overwhelmed, which is a pattern of mine. It means that I get to take pause and revel in the greatness of it. Like even get more energized and inspired by it. Like, oh, this is turning me on. This feels good in my body. Like I did this thing and I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did make it and I did it. And so I've been trying to find those moments throughout my day that I do feel that. Like today, I'm proud of my productivity level, and part of that is also like having the list of what are you going to do today, what actions are you going to take. I needed to Then there's always the things where you're like, was that a waste of my time? But you gotta get there. So I'm part of my abundance is looking into more availability of money, and I needed to apply for something and check a quote for something else. So I did that, and that feels really good. That feels complete, right? I got to kind of look at something I've been meaning to look at today, and that felt good. And I got to do that creative writing, and that felt good. And then I still got to go out on my bike ride, and that felt good. And I made a video that I wanted to make, and that felt good. And then I turned this video on tonight, and this feels good. There's a big factor that is repetitive in my mind over and over again is the sleep. I had mastery of it in 2020. I would be in bed by 9 o'clock. It was amazing, and asleep by 10 for sure. And that has not been the case recently. So it is 10:30 now, and I think it's a great night to practice to getting into bed on time, so I get at least 7 hours of sleep, if not 8. So let's lean into that. Lean into the version of you that you want to show up as. You got to do the uncomfortable thing. You got to say, okay, then I am going to turn this off right now, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to put myself to bed. I'm going to wash up and lay down. And I tend to get like distracted from hither to thither. And then I'm like, oh, it's midnight, 1 o'clock. Going to bed now. It's late. I'm tired. And then that alarm's going off, and I'm like, who the thinks they can wait? What is that awful sound? Who is, oh, it's my third alarm. Got it. It probably means I should get up now. Those kind of mornings are not inspiring to me. Those kind of mornings, I don't want to have very many of those anymore. I want to, when I was really honed in, and I noticed this about myself, and I know this deeply, is that when I allot my morning time for mindfulness, don't look at the phone, and sit with yourself, get up out of bed and sit with yourself in that trance state, your theta brainwave, that nice rhythm. That's the time you want to visualize how you want to feel in your day, what you want to see in your day, what conversations you want to have, what you want to be inspired by, what actions you want to take, inspired action you want to take, and aligning with that for the day. I'm going to leave you with that. If you think that's a great idea, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, support any way you can. I'm loving this. This feels like something I've always wanted to do, and doubted that I could do it. And I just don't have that doubt anymore. So welcome to Reality Inspired with Ashley Inspyrz. Ciao. Good afternoon, evening, day. Good afternoon, day, night, come, and me one go home. Day, night, come, and me one go home. So it might be daytime, it might be nighttime, but either way, day, night, come, and I want to go home. I am home. Home with you, home with me. Day, night, come, and me one go home.